In the prior clip, we talked about putting our players in a good foundation with a good stance and setup. Now we're going to talk about our load and a stride to a power position. Well, the load motion is a shifting of the weight about 60% to our back leg. And this is as if we are delivering a punch. We're getting ready to deliver a punch. There are generally three types of loads that different players use. One is like Derek Jeter uses, which is just a sitting motion as the pitcher goes. He sits a little bit. Let's show that again. Okay, so it's just a sitting as he gets his weight back here on his back leg. The second type is a front leg lift. This is similar to what Ryan Zimmerman of the Washington National uses, and it looks like this. So he picks up that front leg, show it again, to get his weight back before he strides. And the last type is one that Chris Bursett here uses, and that is going knee to knee. He brings his knee back to, his front knee back to his back knee to load his weight back before he goes forward. Just before the pitcher releases the ball, the batter's going to get his weight back to his back leg about 60%. And as he does this, he's going to turn in his front shoulder slightly and let his hands go back. And this is what, now most hitters, youth hitters, will do this naturally, and you might not have to coach this point. But this is what it should look like, okay? So as the weight goes back, the front shoulder is going to turn in slightly and the hands go back. So as the pitcher is just getting ready to release the ball, he shifts his weight back and the front shoulder turns in slightly, pushing the hands back. And this puts him in a good power position to hit. Okay, one common flaw we see with youth hitters is no front shoulder turn in as the pitcher is going to release the ball. So we need to load our hands and we need to get a little bit of an inward turn with our front shoulder. This drill here is called the front shoulder drill. The batter puts his bat on his front shoulder with his normal grip. And simply he's going to load his hands and then hit the ball off the tee. This is what it looks like. Okay, again, a common flaw is to not get any type of upper body rotation, and this drill right here is called walking into the tee, and it is going to help the players understand how to turn their front shoulder to hit through the baseball. This is what it is. Okay, immediately following the weight shift back, the player is going to stride to a power position, and he wants this to be a smooth stride to a balanced position. As his foot goes forward with the lower body, he strides forward, his hands will move back at the same time. This happens at the same time. Front foot moves forward and the hands move back. Okay? A common flaw we see with the stride is a very hard stride or a lunging motion with youth players. Generally, this is what we see. They have a narrow stance, and as the pitcher goes to throw, his weight is all towards his front side, and that's not a good power hitting position. So what we want to do to correct that is we bring in the tee, and I'm going to clap once, and Chris is going to stride to a balanced power position, and then I'll clap again and he'll hit it. This is what it looks like. Okay, another common flaw we see with the stride is the player stepping in the bucket or stepping away from the plate. This is what we'll see a lot of times with youth hitters. And so what we want to do, of course that's not a good hitting position. We'll put down a line. Something that a coach can do on the field is simply to draw a line in the dirt, and we have the player stride on the line. Okay, another drill that we use to help players avoid stepping in the bucket is simply by a front toss, and I'm going to front toss it to the outside part of the plate. For him to hit this ball, he won't be able to step in the bucket. He has to step right at me. This is how you do it. Okay.